All right, and welcome into the Sim 500 Tuesday night Plan B sales Super Late Model Series from Kentucky Speedway. These guys are getting set to go for 85 laps around Kentucky Speedway. As we are just a tad bit late here, we're getting set to go here. We have just about 30 seconds. Make it 2 seconds to go now. We get set to go for qualifying. We're going to have multiple drivers going out at the same time here for qualifying, and we're going to get going. First one out on track, like it's going to be Clayton Edwards, Clayton Howe. Got a big group of them going out at the same time. Scott Formosa leading the charge. He's the first one out on track. We'll see what Formosa is able to do in his qualifying. These guys got 5 minutes to qualify, put down their best laps, and see what exactly they can get going here as Formosa takes the green for lap 1. And this is a different sort of track car combo than what we're seeing. Is Formosa gets loose on X, it tags the wall, the outside wall. So Robinette, Glenn Campbell, and that number 44 Camel car. We get set here, see what Glenn can get done on his first lap of qualifying. Lap number 1 for Campbell in the books, 32.944. That's going to be the quick time here so far. Joey Jatina, he sets 33.295, so just 3/10. That is between first and fourth. Shannon Wood in the O2 Sea-Doo machine out there, completing lap number 1 for him. And Wood jumps up second quick with a 32.970. The Randall Watkins. See what he can get done in his qualifying. He's coming to the start-finish line. To start lap 1. Watching Watkins here in the number 27 machine. See what he's able to get done here on his first lap. First lap is going to be a 33.248. 33.248. That's 11th place for him. Riley Gentry crossing the line with a 32.881. That puts him second quick behind Brian Macklin, who Macklin has a 32.867. The top 5 separated by less than 1/10 of a second. Go back to 6th place. Shannon Wood is just a 10th back of Brian Macklin. As we're going to watch Riley Gentry here to see what he can get done on lap number 2 of his qualifying effort. He tags the grass and spins it. So he's not going to make up any time, and Gentry does a good job of getting out of everybody's way. Scott Formosa out there now putting down his lap time as Peyton Howe goes to the top of the board with a 32.852. So the top six are separated by just a tenth of a second. Macklin goes quicker with a 32.833. Looking here, Scott Formosa, 32.978. That puts him in 8th place. The top 8 are separated by just a tenth of a second, 14/100ths of a second. We go and look here for Joey Jatina in the 112. See what Joey can get done here on his lap of qualifying. This lap of qualifying is that's going to bring you to an end this qualifying session. These guys have 45 seconds to wrap up the lap that they are on, or it is disallowed. Jatina trying to use every bit of track he can, and he does not go. Yes, he does go faster. Jatina, 32.972. That puts him in 8th place. So all the way back to 9th place, separated by just 18/100ths of a second. Guys are finishing up their laps. As we're looking here, John Higman isn't going to get it. John Higman isn't going to get it done. We're going to get set here for our race here tonight. It's going to be Peyton Howe, your race, or your pole leader, pole sitter rather. Ryan Macklin in 2nd place. Bladen Edwards in 3rd. Riley Gentry 4th. Robert Barber 5th. Glenn Campbell 6th. Shannon Wood 7th. Joey Jatina in 8th. 9th is going to be Scott Formosa 10th. John Fowler. Lance Ripka will be 11th. Jonathan Smith 12th. Louis Robinette 13th. Jimmy Coleman 14th. Randall Watkins 15th. Doug Sigmund is in that 16th starting spot. 17th is going to be Chad Coleman. 18th, Tommy Ryan. John Higman in 19th. Randy Yoakum in 20th. Gerald Livingston 21st. Joe Williams 22nd starting position here tonight. As we have 22 cars signed in for this race. As we get set. Peyton Howe sitting on the pole for this race. His Camry Super Late model. "85 laps is the distance here tonight." This race is presented by PlanBSales.com. Go to PlanBSales.com. Use promo code SIM500. Save on shipping on orders over $20. Go check them out. They got a lot of great products. They got a lot of great sim diecast. So go check them out. We get set here. Start this race. So as we get set here, we're going to do a lap pacing. Get ready to go. 85 laps. Going to be a heck of a race. This truck pulls off of the track, leaving it in the hands of Peyton Howe and Brian Macklin. This green flag is out, and you see it there. These cars try to break loose on these restarts and on the starts, so that's something that these guys have to be aware of as this race goes on. Peyton Howe out in front. Brian Macklin under attack from the 72 of Bladen Edwards as Edwards goes up to second place. Here comes Robert Barber in that number 88. He's looking to the inside, trying to make a move. He goes up high, though. He's got the 09 of Riley Gentry below him. Barber trying to get up there inside that top three. He's had some tough luck this season so far. Is Robert Barber going to try to rebound here tonight at Kentucky Speedway? We go a little bit further back now. Let's go back here to Jonathan Smith in the 28, trying to get around the 125 of Lance Ripka. That is a battle for 10th place as Smith looks to the inside of Ripka. And it's going to make Ripka go a little bit higher on the track. Barber momentarily set the quick time, and that was erased by Jonathan Smith as he sets the new quick time at 33.016. Go a little bit further back. Chad Coleman in the 38, trying to get around the 04. Doug Sigmund, he's going to look to the inside, and he's going to have the 17th spot to get around Doug Sigmund. Watkins is going to come with him. Randall Watkins, he's going to move up to 18th. And Doug Sigmund is under attack from John Higman. And Higman gets around him as well to move Sigmund down to the 20th position. Back up towards the front here, Riley Gentry got around Robert Barber for the 4th spot. And now he sets his sights on that number 72 of Edwards. But here comes Barber back on the middle of the track. He's going to go 3 wide here with Edwards, Gentry, and Barber. And Barber and Gentry able to both get around Edwards. So move Barber up to the 3rd spot, Gentry to the 4th spot, and those two are still battling for 3rd. Go back here a little ways to Scott Formosa in the 80. He's trying to make a move on Glenn Campbell. He's going to be the inside of Campbell now. Formosa looked very good in practice. Had some issues in qualifying, and the car not handling too well for him here in race trim, as he's going to fall to into the 8th position, and now he's going to be getting ready to be under attack from Joey Jatina. Jonathan Smith set the quick time a few laps back. He's right behind Jatina, trying to make his move on that 9th position. Let's go back here to the 15th spot. Jimmy Coleman in the 23. Right in front of Chad Coleman. He's chasing down the 99 of Tommy Ryan, trying to get that 14th position away from Ryan. Looking back here, Doug Sigmund. He's made up a spot. He's back up to the 19th, and we're going to be under caution here. Our first Plan B sales caution of the evening. It looks like it is for Robert Barber. So let's get a replay going here, and we will see exactly what happened here. Working our first PlanBSales.com caution, as it looks like the 71, that is Peyton Howe, kind of slid up a little bit, and Barber gave him no room to slide up. That if you're going to try to slide up, you're going to have to make sure you're clear of me. So that's 2 front runners, and Howe and Barber both having some issues. For a look here, Brian Macklin, our new race leader, Riley Gentry in 2nd. Edwards up to 3rd after that incident. Shannon Wood up into the 4th spot. Glenn Campbell in 5th. Jatina, 6th. Formosa right behind him in the 7th spot. Jonathan Smith is back there in 8th. John Fowler, 9th. Then you're going to have Lance Ripka, Louis Robinette, Tommy Ryan in the 99. Jimmy Coleman in the 23. Randy Yoakum. We'll give you a rundown. You're going to have Macklin 1st, Gentry 2nd, Edwards 3rd, Wood 4th, Campbell 5th, Jatina 6th, Formosa 7th, Smith 8th, Fowler 9th, Ripka 10th. 11th is going to be Robinette, Ryan 12th, Coleman 13th. 14th will be Yoakum, 15th, Watkins 16th, Gerald Livingston, Joe Williams will be 17th. And then you're going to have a bunch of cars on pit road, including Chad Coleman, Robert Barber, Doug Sigmund, John Higman, and Peyton Howe. As we continue to work our first Plan B sales caution of the night, some scheduling changes here we were made aware of before the start of this broadcast. Next week will be Iowa. They will go to Iowa next week, and then the following week, Bristol. Short track sim nationals, as it looks like we're going to have double short track sim national races almost with Iowa and Bristol, as both of those tracks are going to be very, very tough. As pace lights come off on the pace truck, we're going to get set to go. Green flag racing once more. Macklin Gentry, your front row. Pace truck should pull off here. On the exit of 4 as we're working the back straight away now. Working the back stretch. Pull off in the turn 4, and then we'll get going once again. These guys have to remember that these cars get loose on these restarts, so they're going to have to be very gentle. You're not going to be able to just jump on the gas like you normally would. Green flag back out in the air. Macklin gets a great restart over Gentry. Edwards gets a great restart in the 3rd spot. Go back here to John Fowler in the 11th spot. He's trying to make up a position. He's looking to the inside of that number 99. Tommy Ryan, rather, is Ryan in that 10th position, under attack from Fowler. Let's go up front. Wood trying to make a charge to get up into the 3rd spot and get around Edwards for 3rd. As these guys continue their attack on these laps, Wood trying to find a way to get around Edwards. We go back here to Ripka in the 9th spot as he's trying to get around Jatina in the 8th position, but he's got that 22 of John Fowler right there on the back bumper of that 125 machine, and got a little hairy there for a second those guys sorted out. Go a little bit further back here as Peyton Howe is sitting on pit road. Robert Barber out of this race. Very unfortunate for him. Let's go to the 38 of Chad Coleman, trying to chase down that 60 of Higman and the 30 of Robinette. There's a car smoking on the bottom side. It looks like it was the 125 of Lance Ripka. Yes, it was. Ripka got loose on the bottom and he loses a handful of spots. And an incident right there, though. We keep going. Looks like Robinette up into the wall. Caution comes out. We will look and we will see what happened. Exactly what happened with these guys here on the exit of turn number 4. Actually, it starts back on the back straightaway. So take a look here. It looks like the 8 car of Yoakum slows down. And Robinette gets into the back of him. And then they collect the 60 of Higman. So reset the order for you. It's going to be Macklin, Gentry, Edwards, your top 3. Wood, Campbell, Formosa, Smith, Jatina, Fowler, and Ryan rounding out your top 10. 11th, Chad Coleman, Watkins 12th, Jimmy Coleman 13th, Ripka 14th, Robinette 15th, Livingston. Actually, Robinette's going to drop. He was involved in that caution. He will drop a spot there. So Livingston, Chad Coleman be in the 13th spot, in a 12th. Livingston will be 14th, Williams 15th. And you're going to have a bunch of drivers, Jatina included, going to jump in pit road there. So the ones on pit road are going to be Jatina, Chad Coleman, Robinette, Sigmund, Higman, Yoakum, and Peyton Howe still on pit road from the first Plan B Cells caution of the evening. So Joe Williams stayed out. He moves up to the 14th position as we work the second caution of the evening. Work this caution. We'll continue to work this caution. As we do, we'll wait and see exactly how pit stops are going to play out for these guys, as it looks like Chad Coleman beat everybody off. Joey Giacchina is second off. Higman, Robinette, Sigmund, and Yoakum running order here as we get set. Going to be Macklin and Riley, Gentry on your front row once again for this restart on lap 17 of 85. Lights on the pace truck are off. We're going racing next time by. Next time around, we will be back to green flag racing here at Kentucky Speedway. So, when we go back racing, it'll be on lap number 19 of 85. Pace truck pulls off, leaving it in the hands of Gentry and Macklin. And again, we saw, and there we see it again. These cars get loose on the restarts. Macklin, he gets away. He times it perfect, gets away from everybody. Gentry going to be under attack from Edwards now, as Bladen Edwards trying to get up there inside the top two. You look right behind Edwards, Shannon Wood. We got the 22 cars spinning around. That will bring out a caution. We go back and see what happened. This will be our third Plan B sales caution of the evening. Looking at it, looks like he just got up on the wall and came down and spun across the track. Very unfortunate there for the 22 of John Fowler. As we were working this one, the third Plan B sales caution of the evening. Take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, as we continue to work this latest caution, going to be Macklin, your leader, Gentry second, Edwards third, Wood fourth, Campbell fifth, Smith in that sixth position, Watkins seventh, Chad Coleman the eighth, Higman ninth, Williams 10th. Robinette 11th, Yoakum 12th, Livingston 13th. 14th will be Formosa. Ripka will be 15th. Jimmy Coleman 16th. Sigmund 17th. Ryan 18th. Jatina 19th. 20th be Fowler, and he is out of this race. Barber 21st out of the race. And Peyton Howe 22nd. And sitting on pit road. Working this latest caution in this race as we're right around, we are just over a quarter of the way into this race. A lot of great racing action so far. Had a few bumps and bruises along the way, but we are working our way through this 85 lap race. Working the 85, working lap 23. Caution lights are out. We are going racing next time by, as it takes about a minute and a half to get around this track under caution, on caution speeds. These guys are doing about 33, 34 second laps, so quite a huge difference in minute difference in the lap times around Kentucky here today. Pace truck pulls off one more time. Green flag back out in the air for Brian Macklin, and again Macklin with a tremendous restart. He gets out in front. He has a 0.3 of a second lead over Gentry immediately, as Gentry again gonna be under attack from the 72 of Bladen Edwards for that second position. And those guys keeping it safe. We go back here to the 38. Well, let's go back to the 27 and the 60. Watkins and Higman, they're starting to do battle for the 8th position. Is up in front of them. That is the 28 of Jonathan Smith trying to chase down the 44 of Glenn Campbell once again. Going a little bit further back now, Scott Formosa in the 80, making moves to get back up to the field as he gets around the number 97 of Gerald Livingston for the 12th position. He sets his sights on Randy Yoakum, who's in the 11th spot. He's going to try to take 11th and set his sights on Louis Robinette for the 10th position. As you saw there, Yoakum came down and did a great job of making the 80 back off, so there wasn't a huge move to be made there. But the 80 of Formosa does it anyways. Shannon Wood sets the quick time with a 32.909. 32.909 for Shannon Wood here. Is in, we're gonna have a caution. That is the 125 of Ripka. We're going to go back and watch this. It was not the 125 of Ripka. Maybe the 23 of Jimmy Coleman. Looks like it. Coleman gets down there on that apron and just sends the car around. So we'll work another Plan B sales caution of the evening, and we'll be back after this. All right, and we are back here. Going through the lineup, it's going to be Higman, Robinette, Formosa, Yoakum, Ripka, Ryan, Jatina, Williams, Macklin, Gentry. Your top 10. Edwards, Smith, Coleman, Campbell, Watkins, Wood, Livingston, Jimmy Coleman, Doug Sigmund. Rounding out your top 20 here as Campbell, Wood, Coleman, Sigmund, and Livingston are all on pit road again. Fowler out of the race, Barber out of the race, and Howell out of the race. As we have the 1 to go signal, we're going to be going racing next time. Bye. We'll get back at it. Working lap 30, 85 here, going back on 31. This truck pulls off, leaving the hands of Higman and Robinette. Green flag back out in the air, and John Higman gets away, as does Formosa. It looks like Robinette wasn't in gear. It wasn't in gears. He loses 2 spots as Lance Ripke gets around him as well. You go back here, Jatina going to get around him. And we're going to be back under caution here, as we had a car spin around in the middle of the field. Watching it here, it looks like he tagged the 28 and the 11 and spun off the side of the 11. So 27, Brandon Watkins brings out our latest caution. We'll be right back after this. All right, and we're back here. Running order pretty well stayed the same, with the exception of the 30. Robinette, he went backwards, so he ducked down pit road. So Robinette, Sigmund, Jatina, Coleman, Williams ducked down pit road. Livingston, Watkins, and Ryan went down the lap before. Everybody else stays the same. As we get set here. Boiler restart. This truck is going to pull off in turn 4. We're going to get going. And we're going to back at it as we're approaching halfway here. Green flag back out in the air, and Higman gets away once again. We're going to be back under caution. Go back. Involve the 28 of Jonathan Smith. Smith, he comes up and gets together with the 09. Comes back around the track and does a good job of keeping it from coming back onto the track. We continue to work through this race. Continuing to work with this caution on lap 38 of 85. Higman and Ripka, your front row. Should be getting the one to go signal this time by. We'll be back green flag racing next time by. Hopefully. Looking at it, yes we do. We get the one to go signal. We're going back racing next time by. Is set here. For the green. Green flag back out in the air, and John Higman gets away once again with a tremendous restart out front. Higman out front. We go back here. Ripka and Edwards, as Edwards gets around Ripka for the 5th position. You look here, go back here to Watkins, making a move on the 99 at Tommy Ryan. Watkins tries to get around. We got a car up in the wall. That looks like it might be Gerald. No, I don't know. Trying to find out who it was. The black car. Everybody keeps going. Not quite sure who that was. Scott Formosa moves up into the 5th spot, taking that away from Lance Ripka. He sets his sights on the 72 of Bladen Edwards. Look, Edwards making a move on the 30 of Macklin. Doesn't have enough, but he's going to fall into the danger zone as Formosa is going to be right there on the back bumper. And he's able to survive and get out of it, though. Go back here to Tommy Ryan as he gets around Riley Gentry on the high side. Gentry having some issues in the 09. He's in danger of losing another spot to Jonathan Smith in that 28 machine. We look here. Macklin doing battle with the 72 of Edwards. Edwards up to the 3rd spot. Watch here, Edwards and Macklin doing battle for the 3rd position. Macklin able to battle back on that high side and get around Bladen Edwards for 3rd. And right behind them, Scott Formosa sitting and waiting for one of them to make a mistake so he can capitalize and move up into the 4th spot. Go back here to Randall Watkins stalking the 8 of Randy Yoakum, trying to take away the 9th spot, and he loses some time there through 3 and 4. So Watkins not able to have a move be available. Gentry now, he's battling with Jimmy Coleman for the 11th spot. Coleman's gonna have it though. Almost has him clear, not quite yet, as Coleman's still on that bottom side, and now he's gonna have him cleared. We look back here to, let's look up to Formosa as he stays right there on the back of that 72 of Edwards. Edwards trying to find a way to get around Brian Macklin as Formosa continues to stalk Edwards for the 4th spot. Go up front, Chad Coleman to the lead. Coleman in that 38 doing a great job of working his way into the top spot here with 36 laps remaining in this race. Coleman starting to put a little bit of distance between him and Higman. Macklin trying to make a move for the 2nd spot. We look back here. Let's go back to Bladen Edwards trying to make a move on Macklin. For the 3rd position, we go back to Jimmy Coleman. In the 11th spot is Riley Gentry. Jimmy Coleman continue to do battle for the 10th position as Gentry forced to stay high as Coleman to the inside, and that's going to give Coleman the 10th position. And now Coleman's going after the 9th spot of Randy Yoakum, as it looks like he is going to be to the inside of that 8 machine, and he does. Right behind him, Joey Jatina in the 112, making his way up through the field. currently sitting in P11 right behind the 23 of Jimmy Coleman. Coleman clears the 8 of Yoakum, and Jatina has the 09 right there on the back bumper. As Jatina moves up into the 10th position, he gets around the 8 of Yoakum. We look for a battle. Let's go back up front, the top 4, as Macklin loses out and drops to the 5th spot. He was running in 3rd. He loses out, drops 2 positions as Edwards and Formosa both get by him. Edwards trying to find a way to get around Higman. And Macklin back up into the 4th position as he gets around Formosa. Go back here to Jonathan Smith trying to chase down and get around the 99 of Tommy Ryan for the 7th spot. Jimmy Coleman. Riley Gentry still doing battle for the 10th position as Coleman falling back into the grasp of the 8 of Randy Yoakum. Go back up front here. Bladen Edwards gets around Higman. And Edwards trying to go after the top spot here. Looking low to the inside of Coleman. He's going to have the inside position. Going down the back straightaway. So he set himself up perfect for turn 3. And Edwards to the point here. Coleman battling back on that outside. Just didn't have enough to get around Edwards on the exit of 4. Uses that short straight to get back around Edwards. Edwards does a nice job of getting by him in 1 and 2 once again as these guys are swapping the lead. Brian Macklin right there in the 3rd spot waiting for a spot to open on track so that he can try to get around the 38 of Chad Coleman. So Coleman and Macklin, they swap positions, bring Macklin back up into the 2nd position. Scott Formosa back there waiting patiently. He knows we're within 30 laps. Anything can happen to those top 4 drivers. So he's going to sit back and be patient and wait. Formosa in the 5th spot. We go back here. Let's go back to Randall Watkins as he's trying to chase down the 8 of Randy Yoakum to get the 12th position away from Yoakum. We are on a nice long green flag stretch here. As we have 26 laps to go. Look back up here. Chad Coleman in the 3rd spot. He's fallen back into the grasp of John Higman. Higman and Coleman do battle for the 3rd spot here. Looking back here, Lance Ripka having some issues. He's going to slow down and fall to the 7th spot. Tommy Ryan in 8th. Joey Jatina in that 9th position. Jimmy Coleman, Riley Gentry, they are continuing their battle for the 10th spot as we're closing in on 20 laps remaining in this race. Looking back up front, Formosa closed in on the 60 of Higman there. And he's going to look to the inside of Higman for the 4th spot. So move Formosa up to 4th. Now he's going to set his sights on Chad Coleman and try to chase Coleman down for the 3rd position. There is 22 laps remaining in this race. Go back here, Jonathan Smith. He's got to find a way to get around that 60 of Higman for the 5th position. Looking back here, Sigmund closing in on the 8 of Yoakum. Gentry closing in on the 23 of Coleman, Jimmy Coleman. So that's a battle for 10th and 11th and 12th and 13th there on track. We look here, Shannon Wood falling the 15th spot, a lap down. Randall Watkins 16th, a lap down. Joe Williams will be 17th on all 3 laps down. Got Robinette, Campbell, Fowler, Barber, and Howe out of this race. Back up front, Edwards under attack from Brian Macklin as we have 20 laps remaining in this race. 20 to go. Watching the battle up front between Macklin and Edwards as Edwards is falling into the grasp of Macklin there. Go back. Chad Coleman lost some time. He's about 7/10 of a second back from Macklin. Formosa is a second back of him. And then you look, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Formosa, Higman, and Smith, they're separated by about a half a second. As Jonathan Smith gets around Higman as Higman goes wide. Has an issue with that corner, so move Higman down to 6th. Smith up to 5th. We go back, look for a battle as these guys have started separating out up front. 1st and 2nd, that is your closest battle on track. As we're going to be working lap 69. Watching the battle up front as these guys are separated by 1/10 of a second. We're going to have 16 laps remaining in this race. As Macklin looks to the inside of Edwards. Macklin going to take back over the top spot. And with these two battling side by side, that's going to help Chad Coleman close back up on these guys. Those guys stopped that battle pretty quick. Jonathan Smith, though, closing in on the 80 of Scott Formosa, trying to take away 4th position. As we have 15 laps to go, well, less than that now as we're on 72. So we have 14 laps remaining in this race. And Formosa tags that wall. That's going to slow him down. It's going to allow Smith to close back in on him. Go back. Tommy Ryan looking to get around Lance Ripka for the 7th spot. Ryan up to 7th. Ripka down to 8th. Joey Jatina sits 3 seconds back of those guys in the 9th position. He's got a 2-second cushion over Jimmy Coleman. And then for the 9th position, Jonathan Smith still closing in. Up front, Bladen Edwards closes back in on Macklin. As we are closing in, we're going to have 12 laps remaining. 12 more times around the track here for Macklin. He is our race leader. He's doing everything he can to keep Edwards behind him. Edwards was strong. Led a majority of this run. And now you got Macklin back out front. Chad Coleman closes back in. He's 0.3 of a second back behind Bladen Edwards. We have 11 laps to go. 11 more circuits around Kentucky Speedway for these guys. As Macklin goes a little high, he leaves the door open for Edwards. Edwards gonna have the inside position. And he loses it as Macklin uses that as we're gonna have a caution, a late race caution. Go back to find it here. Find out exactly what happened. Involved the 97 of Gerald Livingston. Looking at it here, he gets down on that apron, and we saw this earlier. Touched that apron and it spun him around, and he does a good job of keeping it off the track. So we will be back under a Plan B Sales caution. Go to planbsales.com and use promo code SIM500 for free shipping on orders over $20. As we'll work this caution and we'll be back after this. All right, and we're back. We're going to reset the lineup here. It's going to be Higman, Jatina, Macklin, Edwards, Coleman, Formosa, Smith, Ryan, Ripka, Sigmund, your top 10, with Jimmy Coleman in 11th, Yoakum 12th, Wood 13th, Gentry 14th, Williams 15th, Livingston, Watkins, Robinette, Campbell, Fowler round out your top 20. Those 5 drivers are out of this race. Then you're going to have Barber 21st and Howe 22nd out of this race. So we have 15 cars in the race and 14 of them on the lead lap. Tina, Coleman, or Higman rather, your race leader. Macklin and Edwards behind them. Coleman 5th, Formosa 6th, Smith in 7th position. As we're going to go back racing with just 6 laps remaining here at Kentucky Speedway. Tina, your race leader. Pace car will pull off. We'll get back racing. 6 laps. Can Higman hang on for the win? Or does Jatina take off as green flag back out in the air? And Higman gets away. Macklin with him. That held up Edwards. Chad Coleman's going to get around Jatina and Edwards for the 3rd spot. So it's going to be Higman, Macklin, Coleman, Edwards, Jatina, your top 5. As the battle for the top spot ensues here. Off the restart. Macklin to the inside of Higman. Higman using that high side for some momentum. He's going to be able to, well, Macklin able to get around him and lead that lap. Caution's going to come out. I heard the spinning and the tires squealing, just waiting for it to register. There's a caution. Going to involve the 09 of Riley Gentry. He gets up into the wall and spins around. And he's going to collect the 8 of Yoakum. We're going to work this caution. It should be a green-white checker scenario. Should be. Working this caution. Waiting for an update. It says we're going to have 3 laps to go. But how far extended is this race going to get? As do we come up against the time limit? Or do we get all the laps in? working. This caution, and I'm told the race will end under caution here. The white flag is waving for these guys. And looks like they're going to keep going here, so I'll go check again. Alright, so it has updated and said we will get a green-white checker tipped here. So, waiting on this. We should get the one to go next time by. It'll be lap 85. You should get the green flag on lap 86. Alright, we're going to go back racing next time by. Going to be Macklin, Higman, Coleman, your top 3. Edwards and Jetina, your top 5. And you would have to think anybody further back than Tommy Ryan in 6th place, as Jonathan Smith in 5th. And Smith 5th, Jetina 6th, Formosa 7th, and Ryan 8th. You'd think anybody further back than 8th place is going to have trouble getting to the front in this short of a time. And it will be down to those 8, and 8 might be too far back. 7th and 8th may be too far back. 5th and 6th may be too far back. It all depends as space car pulls off. Green flag back out in the air. As we are going to be able to run this to distance here. Scheduled 85 laps with some overtime here. Macklin, our race leader, he gets around Higman. Coleman gets around Higman as well. So Macklin, Coleman, Higman coming to get the white flag. Bladen Edwards starting to lose pace. Can't keep up with those top 3 right now. Yeah, it has good pace, longer than 10 laps, but so short he's not going to be able to have anything as Macklin leads them into the corner for the final time. Comes off of turn number 4. We got a car up into the wall and sideways Checkered flag in the air for Macklin. We've got cars spinning all over the place. We will be back in just a moment with our finishing order here. We have our finishing order. Brian Macklin, your race winner. Chad Coleman, second. John Higman, third. Jonathan Smith, fourth. Bladen Edwards going to be in that fifth position. Joey Jatina, sixth. Tommy Ryan, seventh. Shannon Wood, eighth. Lance Ripken, ninth. Doug Sigmund, 10th. 11th, Randy Yoakum. 12th, Jimmy Coleman. 13th, Scott Formosa. Joe Williams will be 14th. Riley Gentry, 15th. Gerald Livingston, 16th. Randall Watkins, 17th. Louis Robinette, 18th. Glenn Campbell, 19th. John Fowler, 20th. 21st will be Robert Barber. 22nd will be Peyton Howe. That is our finishing order here for Kentucky. We'll be right back. I can speak. Right back with post-race interviews coming up next. All right, we got our second place finisher, Chad Coleman. And Chad, you had a great race. You started 17th and drove up through the field and methodically picked your way through the field. The cautions tonight really helped out if you're having to drive through the field. And that last caution came out at the most opportune time for you as you were able to pick your way through and get up inside the top three here.
Yeah, to start with, I can't qualify anymore. I don't know what it is. I suck in qualifying. It don't matter what car we're running. But yeah, just basically same strategy. I just hung around, picked some cars off when I could. Tried to keep putting fuel in it because I knew the fuel in these cars was an issue. And at the end there, I had a lot of fun racing with Macklin and the 72 car. That was a lot of fun. I was short on fuel by like half a lap when the caution came out, and I think Macklin said he was maybe good by one, and the 72 was close. So they got to me, and I burned the right side tires up, so I backed off and kind of let them go and tried to cool my tires down. I got my tires cooled down, saved a little bit of fuel to get me a little closer to the end, and I was starting to ease back up on them, and then the caution came out, and it set up a sprint, and that's pretty much the way we ended.
Yeah, and looking at it, you led some laps right around the mid portion of this race, and you looked good out front. But as we know, these cars tend to burn the tires off pretty easily, especially at a track like Kentucky. Bringing the cars here and running at Kentucky, it provides a really big challenge for you guys, especially with the way these cars get loose off the corners.
And I don't know if this car is different from the old Super Late model, but this is the first time I had driven this particular car, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I tried to drive it like other cars I've driven here, and that really wasn't the way to go. It took a little bit of something different that I figured out towards about 20 or 22 laps into the race, a couple laps into the race anyway. And I changed that up. That worked, and we went from there. But congrats to Macklin on the win, and we had a lot of fun.
All right, Chad, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the second place finish. We'll let you thank your sponsors, get out of here, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Well, I ain't got any, so just thanks to you for broadcasting. Thanks to Joey and everybody who has anything to do with all the leagues we have here at Sim 500. And just it was a fun race. Had fun, enjoyed it.
All right, we got our race winner, Brian Macklin, and Brian qualified good, qualified really well. Started outside pole and ran, starting outside in these cars. It seems like everybody has trouble doing it here tonight at Kentucky. And talking about the restarts, the cars were breaking loose on the restarts if you really tried to mash the throttle. And it seemed like you figured something out there when you were leading. You were able to get out to a huge jump every time.
Yeah, the biggest thing was a little bit of throttle control on the restarts. The first couple that we had, I spun the tires as bad as everybody else, and I started I didn't necessarily wait on it, but I wasn't, standing on the pedal as soon as the green flag came out, and it seemed to help with the traction, and that really helped on all the restarts, even when I wasn't the leader. But this was definitely an interesting twist. You talk about the super late models. You don't generally expect to see them on a bigger track like this. I was telling them in the server, I was a little bit of a skeptic prior to the race because this is a short track car, but it turned out to be pretty fun.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of a series like this is you're taking these cars, and we have the ability on iRacing to be able to take these cars and go anywhere in the world. And put them on the track that they normally wouldn't go to, and it's an amazing thing to do. But the big thing here tonight was just keeping the car under you, not letting it slip out on the corners. We saw that quite a bit. Drivers, the car just stepping out on them, and around they go. So that's a huge problem. Not necessarily a problem, but a huge factor when it comes to racing at a track like Kentucky with the super late models.
Yeah, I think that a lot of that is just the unknown. Like you said, we have the opportunity on iRacing to be able to do this, but if you've never done it, which a lot of us, probably most of us that run this series, have never actually brought these cars to a track like this, it just takes time to get used to it. And I think you really saw that through the first half of the race. Obviously, it was really rough. We had a lot of cautions, but as people got more comfortable with the way the car drove and understood how it worked, we had some really good runs at the finish. And I just think that if we continue to run these bigger tracks with this car, you'll see the races continue to gradually get better and better, to the point where we may see some caution-free races. Our other series are usually pretty good about that, and I think that once people get comfortable with this car on that style of track, the same thing will happen here.
All right. Well, Brian, congratulations on the win. We'll let you thank your sponsors. Get out of here and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, man, I got to thank you guys for coming in here doing the broadcast. It's really cool. Any team that comes in and does the broadcast makes the league look better, and just makes it more fun for us to go back and watch. Can't wait to go back and watch this one. Got to thank Joey and all the other admins for doing what they do. Without those guys and getting everything set up, we wouldn't even have a place to race. So definitely got to give them props. Sponsor-wise, got to thank Trans-Service Logistics. I know they're not on this car, but they are my title sponsor in the Cup Series, and just want to give them a little shout out. They're also the title sponsor to the Cup Series, so they're a big part of this league as well. And I think that's everybody.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here with the Sim 500 Esports Racing League for the Plan B PlanBSales.com Super Late Model Series. Go to PlanBSales.com. Use promo code Sim500 to save on shipping for all your orders over $20. $20. Have a great week. First of all, I will not be here next week. I am on vacation. But I believe Sebastian will be here. I'm going to nail that down tonight for you guys so we know for sure. But I will not be here next week, so have a great week. Have a great weekend. Have a great next week, and I will be back the week after. So have a great week. Have a great weekend. Be nice to each other. Stay safe. Be careful. And do what you guys need to do to remain safe, especially with seems like the pandemic is starting to ramp back up again. So stay safe, take care, and protect yourselves as much as you guys can. And we look forward to seeing you guys back here each and every week. Until I see you guys again, take care, and we will catch you in 2 weeks' time. I will catch you in 2 weeks.